Another week, another 50 random facts. What do Boy Scouts and astronauts have in common? And how is Arnold Schwarzenegger connected to computer programming? And can you guess the very first music video ever played on MTV? Share your guesses below, and let's find out together. Rhinophobia is the irrational fear of frogs and toads. For those who dread these jumpy amphibians, it's a real intense fear that makes even a harmless pond visit a leap too far. Ducks have 3 eyelids, one for blinking, another for sleeping, and a third that works like built-in swimming goggles, protecting their eyes underwater while still allowing them to see clearly in different environments. In Braille, books get bulky. A Bible can stretch to 45 volumes, and a full dictionary might need over 70. That's a lot of shelf space just to say in the beginning or define zebra, but it shows how touch turns words into mountains. Of the 24 men who traveled to the moon on Apollo 8 and Apollo 10 to 17 missions, 20 were Boy Scouts. That includes 11 of 12 moonwalkers and the entire Apollo 13 crew. Turns out, scouting skills take you not just to campfires but to space. The first vacuum cleaner was enormous, so big it had to be pulled by horses. Imagine a couch-sized contraption rumbling through rooms, far from today's handheld devices. Early cleaning tech was more beast than machine, but it got the job done. The average person spends about 2 full weeks of their life waiting at red lights. That's 14 days lost to staring at glowing circles, drumming on the dashboard, and rehearsing the perfect ready-to-go foot tap. Traffic patience is a lifetime skill. By 2020, Norway was nearly cash-free. Only 5% of transactions involved actual money. Credit cards and mobile apps rule the wallet. Even kids' lemonade stands are probably wired for contactless payment. It's Vikings meet Venmo in the land of digital kroner. Some people spend days, maybe even a week of their lives kissing. While there's no global average, it's a surprisingly romantic chunk of time. Whether it's sweet, steamy, or just awkward, those lip-locking seconds add up to a statistically affectionate lifestyle. Dogs have superpowered ears. They hear higher frequencies, quieter sounds, and stuff we can't even imagine. They're basically walking audio surveillance systems, tuned into squirrel footsteps, fridge doors, and your neighbor's sandwich unwrapping from 3 houses down. Amazon warehouse workers hustle hard. Some walk up to 17 kilometers per shift, grabbing packages every 33 seconds. That's like running a daily marathon through shelves, scanners, and break room coffee. Forget gym memberships. Amazon's already got you doing the steps of your life. On March 23, 1962, Pakistan's President Ayub Khan gifted Jacqueline Kennedy a horse named Sardar, a royal steed for a first lady, because sometimes diplomacy trots in on 4 hooves with style and grace. In Sweden, one couple tried to name their baby. Yeah, I'll just put it on the screen. Pronounced Albin. The authorities said, that's not going to happen. Apparently, some names are too avant-garde, even for the land of IKEA and ABBA. Roman numerals don't have a 0. The ancient Romans just didn't see 0 as a number. It was more like a big nothing. Counting started at 1. So 0 was basically a concept that hadn't made the trip into their number system yet. That glorious full-body stretch you do with a yawn? It's called pandiculation. It resets muscle tone, boosts blood flow, and helps shake off sleep inertia. Basically, it's your body's way of rebooting itself. No software update required. Cherophobia is the fear of happiness, where joy feels like bait for future pain. It's like emotional whiplash, waiting for the catch behind the smile. For some, contentment comes wrapped in suspicion, as if laughter's just a prequel to disaster. Arnold C is a programming language made entirely from Arnold Schwarzenegger movie quotes. It's coding with a twist of Hollywood. Imagine programming your apps with lines like, "I'll be back." Definitely not your average developer's toolkit. Multiply 9 by any number, then add the digits of the result repeatedly, and you'll always end up with 9. This quirky math trick reveals the magical properties of the number 9, one of those fascinating little mysteries hidden in everyday arithmetic. Formicophilia is a real, very niche fetish where people enjoy insects crawling on or biting them, from ants to beetles, you name it. It's not about bugs in your picnic, it's bugs in your fantasy. Definitely not something you'd bring up over brunch without a warning label. A New York dad named his sons Winner and Loser because subtlety wasn't his thing. But fate flipped the script. Winner became a criminal, and Loser became a decorated police officer. Turns out names don't decide destiny, but they sure make it awkward at family reunions. TheRingFinders.com is like the Avengers for lost jewelry. Metal detector pros who reunite people with wedding rings, heirlooms, and buried bling. They've recovered over $5.2 million in treasure. It's part treasure hunt, part therapy session, where heartbreak meets a beeping miracle. Horses can rotate their ears independently, giving them the amazing ability to listen in 2 different directions at once. This helps them stay alert to predators and communicate subtle signals with other horses. You share your birthday with roughly 22 million people around the world, all celebrating on the same day without knowing each other. It's like an invisible global party where everyone's the guest of honor, united by one simple date. Bees hatch fully formed and ready to hustle. But before they take flight, they start with hive chores, cleaning, nursing, and food handling. It's basically an insect internship before they get promoted to pollen-chasing adventurers. Never odd or even is a palindrome, a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards. It's a symmetrical word sandwich, a mirror trick in sentence form, and proof that language can be both poetic and annoyingly clever at the same time. In 2006, a Michigan woman listed a human skeleton on eBay. Her plan? Cash in on calcium. But eBay said no thanks. Selling human remains breaks the rules. She learned the hard way that online auctions are for vintage vinyl, not vintage vertebrae. Peanut butter might be sticky, but under extreme pressure, it can turn into diamonds. Yes, your sandwich could technically become a sparkly treasure chest. From spread to sparkle. Nature's weird chemistry turning lunch into luxury, if only for a moment. Movie trailers used to roll after films, but audiences fled before the preview started. So theaters flipped the script, moving trailers to the beginning. Now those epic sneak peeks get all the spotlight, hooking viewers before the opening credits even roll. Dolphins sleep like multitasking pros. One eye open, half a brain awake, and the other half catching Z's. This clever system keeps them breathing, alert, and predator-aware. It's not just survival. It's the ocean's version of sleepwalking, with sonar and tail flips. Despite popular belief, a duck's quack does echo. It's just soft and sneaky. The myth stuck because their low-volume, mellow frequencies don't bounce back loudly. So while ducks aren't magical sound ninjas, they do manage to confuse humans with deceptively quiet acoustics. Thanks to scam calls and spoofed IDs, most people treat unknown phone numbers like cursed relics. That ringing could be a legit call or a Nigerian prince trying to steal your identity. Modern phones aren't just for talking anymore. They're also shields from everyday digital trickery. Dalmatian puppies are born pure white, no spots in sight. Those iconic black dots appear later, turning fuzzy newborns into the famously spotted pooches we all recognize. It's a gradual fashion reveal, puppy edition. The Bible is the world's most shoplifted book. Apparently, it's so popular that people steal it more than anything else, making it the ultimate holy heist. Whether for inspiration or irony, it holds the crown in retail theft. Major League Baseball teams go through over 100,000 baseballs each season. That's a literal mountain of balls sacrificed for home runs, strikeouts, and epic double plays. Each game is a juggling act with fresh spheres and maybe a few sneaky souvenirs. The old South Pittsburgh Hospital in Tennessee isn't just abandoned. It's legendary among ghost hunters. With flickering lights, phantom footsteps, and spooky stories, it's less of a hospital and more of a haunted house with a stethoscope. A full moon shines about 9 times brighter than a half moon, lighting up the night sky like a natural spotlight. That glow can make even the darkest nights feel almost like daytime, turning ordinary evenings into something a little more magical. 1 billion snails are eaten globally every year, often served with garlic butter. These slimy delicacies are a staple in many cuisines, proving that when it comes to gourmet food, some cultures really know how to turn a simple snail into a fancy dish. During World War I, English folks swapped nightgowns for pajamas to be ready for sudden air raids. Pajamas meant they could dash outside in comfort without missing a beat. Fashion meeting wartime practicality, proving even bedtime attire can have a heroic side. During World War II, sugar was rationed, and Halloween took a hit. Trick-or-treating was stopped, not for safety, but because candy wasn't flowing. Wartime kids missed out on sweets, trading Kit Kats for patriotism and blackout drills. In 2017, Germany cooked up the world's heaviest burger, tipping the scales at a monstrous 1,164 kilograms. Meanwhile, Michigan's 815 kilograms version was sold commercially. Enough beef to feed an army or terrify your cardiologist. Either way, these burgers weren't made for solo snackers. Ohio makes some DUI offenders drive with yellow license plates that have big red letters, nicknamed party plates. They're not festive. They're a mobile warning sign that screams, "This driver partied too hard," turning shame into a bright, state-issued fashion statement on 4 wheels. King Henry VIII had a groom of the stool, a royal assistant whose full-time job was helping the king with bathroom visits. Royal dignity reached new levels of personal care, proving even monarchs need backup in the loo. The first MTV music video was a poetic announcement that video was taking over the airwaves. It's ironic, catchy, and perfectly timed. A sung farewell to radio's golden age and hello to the MTV era. Women's hearts beat 8 to 10 beats faster per minute than men's, thanks to smaller size and hormonal differences. It's nature's rhythm variation, keeping female hearts pounding a little quicker, literally beating to their own unique drum. Germany's Lego Bruck isn't made of plastic bricks, but it sure looks like it. This colorful concrete bridge in Wuppertal was painted to resemble oversized Lego blocks, turning daily commutes into whimsical joyrides over a giant kid's toy. Yellow hijacks your brain. It grabs attention, boosts memory, and demands to be noticed. That's why school buses, notepads, and warning signs wear it loud and proud. It's the highlighter of the color spectrum, bright, bold, and impossible to ignore. A 2015 study discovered measles does more than cause a rash. It deletes your immune system's memory. For up to 3 years, your body forgets how to fight old foes. It's like your internal defenses got hacked and wiped clean, courtesy of one sneaky virus. Researchers at Worcester Polytechnic Institute are repurposing spinach leaves' vascular networks to deliver blood, oxygen, and nutrients for growing human tissue. Nature's plumbing inspires the future of medicine, turning leafy greens into life-giving scaffolds. Stonehenge is older than the Great Pyramid of Giza, built around 3000 BC, and still refuses to spill its secrets. Was it an ancient calendar, burial ground, or alien landing pad? Whatever it was, it's been vibing mysteriously in the English countryside for millennia. White is the safest car color because it stands out in almost any lighting condition, from bright sunshine to foggy mornings. This visibility advantage means white cars are less likely to be involved in accidents, making them the practical choice for safety-conscious drivers. Despite being smaller than most U.S. states, the Netherlands is the world's second-largest food exporter. Picture a land of windmills and cheese secretly running global agriculture. It's not just tulips. They're farming magicians turning postage stamp real estate into a buffet for the planet. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Or check out the playlist on your screen for more facts. See you next time.